How to ask for a raise. Before you even begin to craft your pitch for the pay raise you so deserve, you need to have the knowledge to back up your claims and consider the mood and environment you're walking into. We want you to walk into your scheduled meeting with your manager ready to have the most undeniable case for a raise. Best tips on asking for a raise you've received since your last performance review. It helps if you set up a folder on your computer or in your email account to store all those notes from clients, your boss, and your colleagues in which you were commended for a great job. We like to call this your smile file, an organized place with examples of the great work you do. This is why we think it's so important to constantly conduct regular self-evaluations. These are regular reviews you do of your work in addition to any formal annual review or performance review you and your boss might have. We love the informality of self-evaluation because you can track your accomplishments as they happen. However, a better strategy is penciling in some time on your calendar each week to review your work. Always bring data plus numbers. With your self-evaluations, you're keeping a detailed track record of all your past achievements and recent accomplishments. This information is the glue to your ask because nothing speaks louder than data and facts. Here are some questions to ask yourself in your weekly evaluations. How has your company or department directly benefited from your work? Did your team play a role in increasing sales by? Is the team you oversee bigger than it was last year? Were you included in any important projects? What were they and what role did you play? Who were the clients? Over the past year, or even the past week, month, etc. When did you receive positive feedback? Are there any trends in the feedback you receive? 3. Consider what you'll bring to the team in the coming year. You're asking for this raise because you've demonstrated that you'll go above and beyond in your current role, but your boss also wants to hear that you're in it for the long haul. How do you plan to continue growing within the company if you do get this raise? Spend some time thinking about where you want your career to go. 4. Think about why your boss would want to give you more money plus the time of year. Put yourself in your boss's shoes. What are their priorities? What does success look like for them and your team/department? If you can tie your raise to reasons that are also good for your boss, that's a win-win. One way you can learn about your boss's goals is by first setting up a career-only conversation. This is where you learn about their future goals and learn how you fit into your boss's plans. This conversation doesn't need to include the mention of salary at all, which will take the pressure off you, but it will also help you get more focused on what you're going to ask for when the time comes to ask for a salary raise. Another thing to consider when you're preparing to ask for a raise is the time of year. Some companies might have set times during the year when they will review current salary ranges, job titles, promotions, etc. 5. Come up with a real number. Next, you need to know what is the salary number you're going to ask for. They're going to ask what salary you want, and you need to have an answer. That number should be based on real research, or, even better, you can ask your peers in similar roles and companies how much they make. Try to understand the entire salary compensation of 5 people, men and women, and industry standards. We know it's weird to ask people about money, but going straight to the source is really important for making an informed ask. Get on the calendar. At some offices, a talk about a raise might come up naturally when discussing growth or new responsibilities your boss wants you to take on, but in most cases, you'll want to make sure you've requested a set time to sit down. The last thing you want is your boss checking her watch because she's due in a meeting. So, put time on her calendar and give her a heads up that you'd like to discuss your role and current salary. If you can meet in person, that's preferred. However, a video meeting also works well. We find that being able to read body language and tone of voice is helpful. 7. Don't just practice, record it. This may feel weird, and a little bit silly, but it will help you so much. Set your phone on a table and record yourself making your ask. Force yourself to listen back to it. It's hard to hear yourself, it really is, but it's so worth it. Pay attention to body language, eye contact, face touching, and any nervous filler words. Perfect your pitch before you enter the room, oozing with confidence. 8. Go through your ask with a friend. Phone a friend. Phone a friend, that's what friends are for. It's one thing to do it in the mirror. Try having a friend sit in, and make sure they're a friend who you know will give honest feedback. When you get that raise, take your friend to dinner.
Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.